I'm going to go to this question, or actually, it's more of a comment left by Stephen Lang. So, Husker fans, you don't want to hear anything negative. Cover up your ears or brace yourselves. But I got to say that
I think we're used to it by now, and I'm speaking for Husker fans
I'm
across
gonna,
the globe.
I'm going to say he's got a point here because while I read this, I'm going to try to figure out if I can find a coach or two or three that fit this narrative, that fit this description. So Stephen Lang says there is little indication that this season is going to be any different from the last four to make a difference. No college football coach has ever turned it around in year 5, and it seems unlikely Frosty will be the exception that proves the rule. Frosty will not be able to turn this island of misfit toys from the transfer portal into a team in one season. I can't imagine he gets another year unless he gets 7 wins this season.
I'll go with the last part of that, and that's right. He hits it on the head. If he does, if Coach Frost doesn't win 7 games, I don't think he does come back. Um, but now conventional wisdom, not speaking as a fan, but conventional wisdom. If you talk to anybody that's ever been in the coaching game at the college ranks, they know it takes 5 to 7 years really to turn a program around, especially from the depths that Nebraska had dropped into. And you have to remember that you have a guy now that's the boss of Coach Frost by the name of Trev Alberts that knows this and has been around the game for a long time himself and has excelled at every single level. Um, so it's hard to say that. I mean, I think right now the expectations, if you look at the schedule, that a 7-win season is teetering there, in my opinion. Because I think the way that this schedule sets up, that I think they can win 8 games and actually, go to a decent bowl game. That's if everything shakes out. And you know, seeing this being here year in and year out, that's kind of the optimism that you think of that's going to happen every year. So it's to me trying to predict that right now. It's very difficult because I'm always going to kind of look at it with blinders on because you keep thinking that it can't get any worse. It's no fun not going to a bowl game for this long. To have our seasons cut short, and I'm talking about us here in the media. That's as for the whole football season, fall camp to the end. That's our daily grind, and to have that taken away, all of a sudden is kind of you have to kind of set back a little bit and say, okay, what's next? And that feeling is not a pleasant feeling to have, and so my point is that I'm every year that how many times I get asked the question is how they're going to do, and my standard answer is I think they're going to be better. Until they prove something on the field, and we saw glimpses of that last year. That you saw that things were kind of starting to fit together, but then there was the same old problems that kept creeping up and cost them big time. And put Coach Frost on that hot seat and to make AD Trev Alberts restructure the whole contract and force Scott Frost to fire some of his best friends, and bring in a whole new system, and now kind of take a different type of a role, more of a CEO role, and so hopefully now that with the pieces that they've added, and I think the most impressive piece, hands down, is Mark Whipple. When you bring a guy in that has been there and done that at every single level for a lot of years, a guy that's on the backside of his career, but a guy that Coach Frost can trust to run the offense and to let Coach Frost, open up his time up to worry about other aspects of the game, like the special teams, like you know, penalties from the offensive line. So yeah, to answer that question, basically in one short thing is I like their chances. I think they're going to be better, Mark.